ADO is back with a new bike and it's their best yet. This is called the A20 Air or just the ADO Air. It weighs 16 kilos and it has a claimed range of 100 kilometers, which is huge for a bike of this style with 20-inch rims. I received the bike with no damage at all thanks to all the padding that it does have. It does come folded up. I do have some mud guards here and I need to assemble the handlebar and front wheel. Along with the plastic mud guards, we do get a mobile phone holder. It's very cheap, I wouldn't use it myself. A cheap pump, some pedals, the charger, paperwork and some tools. Now what makes this bike so interesting is this here. It's got a carbon belt for its drivetrain. So no chain, no oily chain you have to worry about oiling, you've got that maintenance. And they claim it can last up to 30,000 kilometers. Plus, it uses a torque sensor. Now, it does have a rear hub motor. This is 250 watts with the EU version or 300 with the international version. And then for brakes, something a little different. We normally see mechanical disc brakes, right, that I rant on about in my e-bike reviews, and I wish they were hydraulic. Well, not here. ADO did the right thing, and we do have 160 millimeter hydraulic disc brakes. Really good lever pull feel to them, great braking performance. And I'll do a test later on in the video and show you exactly how this bike brakes, but it's very good. Now you would have noticed we've got a light here at the front and a reflector that comes with the bike, and there's also a rear tail light too. Now both of them are bright enough. The front headlight is decent and great for added safety when you're riding at night. So other things the bike does have, well, we've got these pedals that do fold in, so everything is foldable with it. And our battery here, so it is 364 watt hours, 10 amp hours, and as I mentioned, up to 100 kilometers range. It's height adjustable, and there is a button on it to turn it on and off. And you can remove this battery completely because it's the seat post. You can take it right out. There is a cable that you plug in here, and it's very easy to take that in and out. So there is this little flap right here that covers the charging port. Now the charge time is about 4 to 6 hours, and the battery cells, good news here, they are Samsung, so a big thumbs up for using a proper brand of cells. And some more good news with the frame here is that it's an excellent quality. The matte paint job they've gone with here looks nice, welds are good, frame is excellent. We do get these plastic mud guards. They're okay, but the good news being plastic is that they're not going to rust, of course, on us, and they don't rattle either. Nothing rattles on the bike so far in my time testing it out, and that's something, of course, you don't want, is annoying rattles. We have lock grips, so these do not spin around. Brake levers feel excellent because they are hydraulic, and we get an included bell. It's loud enough. So the bike has this really nice color display. It's IP67 splash resistant, water resistant, so it can be out in the rain and where they get wet, it won't be a problem at all for it. So it clearly displays here our pedal assist levels, so 1, 2, 3, and then we do have here our battery life, remaining this gauge here, voltage, average speed, trip, and odometer, and the speed there, all quite clear. Now here we've got our up and down, of course, for those pedal assist levels, all 3 of them. Turning it to 0, it's off completely then. So when you pedal, the torque sensor won't do anything. The motor won't come on. It'll just be a manual bike, and that is it. Now, if you want to put the lights on, you simply need to just hold this down for about 2 seconds, and you'll see the little icon there for the light. So the good thing about the display is you can make it out in direct sunlight, and it's very bright too if you're riding at night. So the seat has a little bit of sponge to it here. It's comfortable enough, but I will say it is a little firm, but of course you could swap this out if you wanted to. This A20 Air is very easy to fold up and, for example, place it in the trunk or boot of a car. And I'll demonstrate. Just takes seconds. So there's a little security latch you need to lift up, then you pull down the lever for the front handlebars. That drops down to one side. Another little security, so pull that, then pull out the lever, fold it around in half, and you are done. Now, it's just 16 kilos, so it is very light, and I can now just place this in the boot of my car. Very easy to do this, and I'm done, on my way. And that's great for taking it upstairs, into public transport, or lift it into the office, for example. And then it's 3 easy steps to get set up, and of course, wear a helmet, bit of safety here, common sense, of course. Lift the bike out, and then you flip it open, clip the latch in, handlebars up, and then the third final step is adjusting then the seat position, and I'm done. I'm all set, ready to ride. Now, if you want to know about the dimensions of this bike, for example, the seat height, how low you can lower it down, and how high the handlebar height as well can be raised, check out the ADO website for that. For the Air, you've got all the information on it. Now, it has that torque sensor. Now, it's using a torque sensor and a speed sensor, and it's really smooth thanks to the belt drive it's got, though. So when I start to pedal straight away, instantly you get that power, unlike the speed sensors, which will take about 2 to 3 kilometers normally. Some of them are really slow, they kick in at about 4 or 5, but not this particular bike here. So the Air, very smooth, really nice comfortable ride, and it is perfect for this, which is city commutes, bike lanes that I'm on right now. Really handles this well. So the more you give it, the more it will give you in return with that torque sensor, which is fantastic. It's really good. I can just hear the 250 watt motor. Now, the international version has a 300 watt motor, and the torque is slightly higher. So this model I've got here, it's 37 Newton meters and 250, restricted to 25 kilometers per hour. So it is all legal here, which is great. There is no accelerator, twist accelerator, like the international model will have, because the EU, of course, has those restrictions. It's not allowed here. Now you see here that I've got a lot of room. My legs are not going to be going anywhere near these handlebars. With your normal turning circles that you do, no way my knees are going to strike this. Now, I'm 182 centimeters tall, and I'm finding this is a very comfortable upright ride. And my climb test, I'm in the pedal assist level 3 of 3, so that is the top. And as I mentioned, we know there's no gears because it's designed for city commutes. However, I do have a bit of a steep climb here, about 20-degree gradient. How will it handle it? So pushing now, not that hard. In fact, it's off to a very good start here. And now starting to slow a little. And my standard emergency braking test from the white post here at approximately 30 kilometers per hour. 1, 2, 3. Oh, really good brakes. Very easy to lock up the rear because it's hydraulic. A lot of braking performance. And I had to feather the brakes in the end too as well, so that helps. So my own kind of cheap style ABS. It works though doing that. Just be careful with that front, of course, braking really hard in the wet. So great braking performance, hydraulics, really happy with the brakes that ADO went with on the Air. And this wraps up my testing, the typical route that I do ride with these bikes, and wow, it's been so smooth, so pleasant thanks to the torque sensor. No rattling, even when I do this, I can't really hear, any rattles at all, so very good. Everything's checking out with this bike. So all round, this has to be ADO's best bike yet from them. I believe it is out of all the bikes I've reviewed from them. The build quality is superb. It doesn't even almost feel like one of their bikes. The join here with the foldable part of the frame, the handlebars, the fact that they went with hydraulic brakes, they went with lock grips here, even foldable pedals, and then the carbon belt drivetrain on this is fantastic with the speed sensor. So the power delivery is there when you need it straight away. Even if you've got a bit of a climb, it will handle that. This is a bike that is more for city commutes, A to B. The positives of having the drivetrain being just a belt is that there's no maintenance. So there's no chain to oil, there's no noisy chain. You don't have to worry about the derailleur being knocked, gears out of alignment, the wear and tear on the gears, because it's supposed to go for up to about 30,000 kilometers. These belt drivetrains, these belt drives, which are really good there. The lights on this bike are okay, and really, I think it's solid offering from them, and for the price that they do sell this for, yes, it's a little more expensive, but it's well worth it compared to cheaper models because of everything I've covered in this video. You are gaining a fantastic bike here, excellent braking performance, very smooth, nice ride. Well done, ADO. You have just picked up your quality a lot. So thank you so much for watching my thoughts and opinions on their new Air model.